Previously on Green Glitches, Extreme Earthbending, the Shadow Clone Jutsu, and finally, we stand at the edge of the known world. From the moment we are born, we are free. It doesn't matter how strong those who would deny us that freedom are. Flaming water, frozen earth. I don't care what lies beyond these walls. The one who sees them will be the freest person in the world. I don't know what I expected. Hello, and welcome back to Green Glitches. In the previous episode, we obtained the power to walk through walls, but you don't need to be an Alakazam brain to guess that attempting to explore the outside world will often lead to a bricked game. Often, but not always. Oh, stay tuned! If you're new to the channel, welcome. This video is the fourth in an ongoing series showcasing glitches in the original Japanese release of Pokemon Green. Watching episodes 1 through 3 might help you understand what I get up to in this episode, but it also might not. Who knows what the recipe for the spaghetti code is? Alright, it's time to begin our expedition beyond the walls. Is what I would say, but there are a few errands we need to run in Cerulean City.
Have you finished those errands?
I know, you were about to click off the video, wondering why this guy won't just shut up and get to the glitches, but the moment you heard errands, you knew this was the high-octane viewing experience for you. In fact, you like errands so much that you smashed that like button, joined my Discord, link in the description, and you spent 25% of your health to set up a sub, for which I am very thankful. Let's get to those errands.
Have you finished those?
The first order of business is to actually reach Cerulean City. It turns out when you're not trying to pull off game-breaking glitches, Mount Moon is pretty straightforward, almost as if it's an early game dungeon in a children's video game. We fend off the swarms of Zubat until we reach this guy, the super nerd who will kindly offer you the fossil of your choice after you defeat him in battle. Since this is a children's game, this encounter serves as a gentle reminder that sharing is caring. Anyway, that brings us to glitch number 17.
Porque No Los.
Using the power of our Shadow Clone Jutsu, we can walk right past the encounter and nab a fossil. But if we're not careful, the nerd still takes his fair cut, and we can't have that. What you're supposed to do is phase directly on top of one of the fossils. This will prevent him from claiming the one you're squatting on, allowing you to pocket both before making your escape. See, disciples of the Helix and the Dome have been at each other's throats for years, but if we never have to choose a faction in the first place, then surely we can live in harmony. I'm only kidding, of course.
Heretics of the Dome must all be put to the sacred sword.
Breathe that fresh cerulean air. So why are we here? Well, you might have noticed that we're taking non-stop poison damage as one of the side effects of summoning Glitchzard, who I will be referring to as Charizard M from now on. That's apparently his Bulbapedia designation, and we already have Mega Charizard Y and Mega Charizard X. Why not add Charizard M to the mix? If any Pokemon were to get 3 Megas, it would be Charizard. The poison damage isn't fatal, but to me, the person making the video, it's really annoying. And as you saw in the last episode, even the ER room of the Pokemon Center can't cure it. Why not just dump the offending Pokemon in the PC? Well, I can't. If you attempt to view or interact with the Pokemon in any way, the game will freeze. Although you can't stuff them in the PC, there is one place that will accept suspicious deposits, and that's the daycare. We haven't cleared the story events that open the path to the daycare yet, but screw the rules, I have glitches. Once we reach the daycare, we're able to witness glitch number 18. They grow up so fast. We entrust the glitched Pokemon to the daycare man, who accepts our Arcanine? No questions asked. Ordinarily, Pokemon gain 1 XP point per step you take, so in the steps I've taken between handing off the Pokemon and attempting to pick it up, yeah, it leveled up to 100, seems about right for this game. 9,999 Pokédollars. Is this guy a rocket grunt in disguise? What a racket. Luckily, our pocket dimension is still active, and what's bigger brain than printing money? How about just pulling gold nuggets out of the void? Money won't be a problem this run. And while we're here, we may as well grab infinite Master Balls as well. I hear those are pretty useful. Now that we can pay the ransom, we pick up our Nidoqueen from the daycare, and we're finally free of the poison damage. But that's not the only reason we came to Cerulean. In the grassy fields to the north, we can catch ourselves an Abra. Most of the sprites in green look kinda awful, but I love green Abra. This thing looks so metal, even if steel isn't a type yet. With our stock of Master Balls, catching it is no problem. Fun fact, Abra's Japanese name is Keishi, as in the human name Casey. Specifically this old American psychic, Edgar Casey. His evolutions follow a similar pattern, Kadabra being named Yungera after Uri Geller, the most famous spoonbending psychic, and Alakazam being named Houdin after Harry Houdini. Kind of fun fact, Uri Geller sued Pokemon for using his likeness for Kadabra, which resulted in Kadabra cards being unprintable until, wait, 2020? Last year? Wow. I think I prefer Abracadabra Alakazam. With Abra and Teleport now at our disposal, what should we do? How about catch Mew? I'm gonna head off the Poindexter comments right here. This is not a Japan exclusive glitch. You can easily do this in any of the American releases, but it's a fun glitch, so I want to show it off. We encounter Mew using a glitch called Trainer Fly. Basically, you open the menu the instant you enter a trainer's aggro radius, then teleport away. At this point, you can't open any menus. Head into Cerulean Gym and fight this swimmer dude. Now you can open your menus again, which is good because you'll need to Shadow Clone north of Cerulean, at which point the menu opens. Not I opened the menu opened on its own.
Oh my goodness! Cast it into the fire! Destroy it! No.
Oh god. If they were going for the lab rat look, well, they nailed it. Yikes. Alright, it's finally time for glitch number 19. The world beyond the walls. And what better area to start than our starting area, Pallet Town. As you can see, there is tall grass surrounding the town, but setting foot into the first column of grass will instantly lock your game. Well, thanks for watching. Nah, we can't give up yet. According to the original Japanese video by Japanese YouTuber Ganahibi, link in the description, it's only the first column of grass that has this paralytic force field. If we can somehow enter the field from the second column, then we should be home free. And luckily, that's very much possible if we approach from a creative angle. If we head up to Viridian and phase slightly out of bounds to the upper right, you can see that this forest aligns with the field to the south. Perfect, that's our point of entry. But wait, we can only phase through 2 wall tiles max, and that forest is more than 2 tiles thick. Dead end, right?
Right? Wrong!
After you pass through the first tile and enter Route 1, all of the impassable trees transform into ordinary tall grass. What luck! You can mull about in these fields, but the encounter table is the exact same as vanilla Route 1, just a bunch of ankle-biting Rattata and some Pidgeys. Proceed south into Pallet and... success! We're now free to roam the fields of Pallet. Back in the schoolyard, rumor had it that these fields were the home of all sorts of powerful Pokemon. Additional starters, random legendaries, even Mew 3. But the truth is, that's bollocks. There's nothing here. It was all a lie. And if you're a younger viewer, you had better get used to it. Adulthood is just finding out your childhood fantasies were all just lies. Welcome to my Pokemon YouTube channel, by the way. The obvious question here is, what happens if you go right? And the obvious answer is that the game freezes. Wait, what? Okay, so if you go right from Pallet Town, you end up in Pallet Town. This is the world beyond the walls? I had a different clip that I thought fit better, but I didn't use it because it's a pretty major spoiler. You might argue that the clip I used is also a spoiler, but come on. The anime protagonist shouting that he isn't strong enough is about as generic as you can get. Here in Parallel Pallet, something's not right. You can't interact with any signs or enter any buildings, and the outdoor NPCs are nowhere to be found. If you head up to Parallel Route 1, the encounter table is exactly the same as the real Route 1. That's a shame. Linger in this dimension too long, though, and the world starts to warp around you. Eventually, the warping gets so bad that you'll be entirely bound in place. How ironic. You sought freedom beyond the walls, and in the end, it became your prison. Just kidding, that's why we picked up Abra. We're out of here. Back in real Pallet Town, we're all set to begin our next trick. Glitch number 20. The power of the coordinate. For this glitch, we need to open up our pocket dimension and scroll way, way down. Down to item number 31 specifically. Why item number 31? Because for whatever reason, the item in this particular slot changes based on your overworld coordinates. We fidget around a bit, changing the designation of the item until... bingo! That's the one we want. The Gold Badge, also known as the Marsh Badge in English. I have no idea why. It's the badge that Sabrina, the Psychic type leader, awards you. What do psychic abilities have to do with marshes? I suspect the name got swapped with Poison type Koga's Soul Badge, but that's just a theory. A game theory. Anyway, because item number 31 is tied to our coordinates, pulling it out of the pocket dimension causes the map to buckle and warp. Unlike with Parallel Palette, where we could have just saved and reset, we want to keep the gold badge in our inventory, so that's why we needed our getaway driver, Abra. Sayonara, suckers! We also repeat the entire glitch to nab an experience share that we'll use in the next episode. The last special item that we pulled from the void, the legendary Pizzle, allowed us to learn Shadow Clone and Wall Walk, so this gold badge has also got to be worth shattering reality for, right? Behold. Glitch number 21. PokeMart GO. It turns out that the gold badge is aptly named because using it opens the shopping interface, complete with both buy and sell options.
Welcome. What are you buying?
No, really, what are you buying? A lot of this is glitched gibberish. You can actually buy and sell, but it doesn't matter because as soon as you close the window, the game freezes. But what if I told you? This wasn't even this glitch's final form. I know what you're thinking. What happens if you try to shop in the middle of a battle? And for that, I direct you to glitch number 22. PokeBall Z. I've lived on this boring, Pokemon-less Earth for 27 years by this point. I spent thousands of hours playing Pokemon and hundreds of hours editing YouTube videos, and honestly, I don't know how to narrate this. So for once, I'm just gonna shut up and let the glitch speak for itself. Thanks for watching.
Come back anytime.